The SIG 24 project is based on creativity and diversity through expressive arts. The initial idea of the project was to explore the impact of collaborative learning on creativity and in turn measure the impact on what that would have on standards in literacy and well-being and the engagement of our children. So the initial idea came from discussions with head teachers and teachers, and we decided that we would look at our own school communities and be able then to give the children a purpose in sharing the uniqueness of their own school community with others across our school improvement groups.
Well, SIG 24 has been going a couple of years now. We've had several projects, but this latest project has been a diversity project. The idea was to use creativity to help the pupils engage in their learning.
I asked the children what they would like to do, how they'd like to learn about their community. Lots of them said about using ICT.
In class we've been learning about our community, and on the iPads we use this app which is like Minecraft, and we designed a landmark to make Brynnau better.
Oh, so we went around Brynnau on a photography walk with a professional photographer, and we took photos with the iPads of other schools and landmarks.
We've got a music specialist in school who has been working with the children, writing a song about our history. So the children needed to find out about our history of the school. So they went onto our website and gathered some information, but also spoke to our school clerk who's been here longest, and then used the information that they gathered into a song.
We've been writing a song with a music teacher, and we've been making up the words for the song.
I've actually improved quite a lot because I've only been here for a few weeks, but I've learned quite a lot about this school and it really helps me.
I think we've improved our working together skills for working in a group, and we've improved using creative arts.
There's been a big impact on writing as a result. We've got, from going around and having a look and talking to people, the children I think have really enjoyed gathering information in a different way. So it's been great, yeah, really good impact, and hopefully we can continue it now.
I've noticed that when I've gone into the classroom and they've been working on the project there's been a real buzz in the classroom. It's about the children exploring learning in a different way, which is something they take with them as they move through the schools.
The remit was about community and diversity. We decided that we wanted to have a look at the different groups that are in the community here. So the children all got together with a big piece of sugar paper and wrote down what different types of community they were, what different clubs and groups and community groups they belonged to.
Well, it brings all cultures together, and like it talks about how each person in Wales and Brynnau bring a special thing to the community.
Before, I used to think a community was just a group of people who would do something.
But it's actually a load of different people from different places coming to one place.
And then each group of children that were performing the poem put their own actions into it. So we spent a lot of time looking at Michael Rosen and these kind of performance poetry to look at how people perform and how they put actions in and how they emphasise words and so on. And then the children made up their own actions for each part of the poem.
It helped us to understand what everybody liked and how we could do things faster. I enjoyed how we all worked together.
Certainly, it's made them more confident, without any shadow of a doubt, because they have some children that wouldn't particularly like to perform, partly because it was in little groups, so they were able to perform in groups of 2 or 3 or 4, whichever group they were in, and it meant that they weren't just on their own, so that was really good. Also, they were able to perform the poem for the Eisteddfod for St David's Day, which gave them a bit more confidence. But also, lots of the children found out things about the different types of community here that they didn't know. So, for example, some children didn't know much about the Indian community that we have here, or they didn't know very much about the Polish community and so on. So they found out things about eco-communities and things that they didn't know beforehand.
So we've been learning about what is special about Barry. So we started the project by asking the children what they already knew about Barry, and then we worked from there. The children wanted to find out why Barry was called Barry and why Cadoxton was called Cadoxton, and they wanted to find out about the docks and who built the docks.
We've been learning about David Davis and Cadoc and Barrack. They were the two saints.
So to find out about the two saints, we had Father Ben from Cadoxton Church come in and talk to us, and he retold us the story, and from that the children decided that they'd like to reenact the story.
We've been doing green screening about Cadoc and Barrack using the animation off the iPads. I enjoyed going around the school asking what's your favourite place in Barry, and I enjoyed being Cadoc in the green screening.
The children were really interested in the life of David Davis, so the children used a stop motion on the iPad and then laid audio behind the video. They would retell the story, but in a creative way. Also, we had some monsters of Barry come into the classroom, and unfortunately they destroyed I5's classroom, so the children had to create wanted posters to see if they could catch them so that they didn't come back again.
I enjoyed the Barry monsters because they messed up our classroom and they're a bit of a handful.
The impact upon completing this project has been huge. I look at some of the children who maybe lacked confidence to talk in larger groups. You know, they've taken on lead roles in the film Barrack and Cadoc. Their oracy levels have really improved, and they've really gelled as a class. They've become excited about their learning. They can lead a project themselves, and as teachers I think that we can be the facilitators for their learning.
It's about incorporating more creativity into our curriculum and giving the opportunity to express themselves in different ways.
We're doing a play about the Garw Valley when it was 1984 and 1985, and it's about what it was like for the coal miners when they went on strike and they didn't have no jobs, and the farmers have a dance.
So the things that we had to do with our play is we had to learn working in a coal mine off the Muppets, and we had to, most of the people in our class, they had to do like this mountains, and they had to go like that and do like mountains and valleys, and the rivers are coming in like that, and that's what we're doing for our play.
We've been watching these films that called The Coal Stories, that it's a series the BBC did, so they've got a better understanding of the difficulties that the miners had when the mines were in Blaengarw. Also, they've done lots of work they've looked at maps of Blaengarw.
Well, we've learned new skills about the history of the valley and what happened a long time ago, and we've learned new skills about just like doing this play, and it means a lot to the valley.
And I think we've learned how to like look at maps, because there was all trees and there's all different maps, and we was using maps from about 1977.
So it's given us an insight to the community that previously the children didn't have.
The year group is year 3-4, and they actually planned the project themselves. So they had a brainstorming session to think about how the community had changed, how it had grown over the years, and what aspects they'd like to look at. So they chose transport, buildings, people and bridges, because of course Pontypridd is famous for its bridges. So they're learning about our history, but also how diverse the community is today.
We have been learning about the community of Ponty, so something about Evan James and James James, who made the national anthem, Tom Jones, who is a professional singer, Brynnau, who made some bridges, William Edwards, who made some bridges as well, and all the other stuff like that.
I've enjoyed the filming because it's fun and you get to you improve your confidence in your filming.
The project certainly has had a huge impact already. First of all, it's challenged them to think in a different way about where they live, and also it's increased their skills in many ways.
Skills I've learned is the ICT skills, the acting skills and the confidence skills.
Definitely acting, ICT, confidence and reading. I think it's a really good project because it's just really fun.
I could do this all the time, go to school and do this all the time, and by the end, when I leave school, I've done all of the world.
It shows that when a cross-curricular project is planned properly, especially with the interests of the children at heart, they are challenged and they are much more focused, and I mean all the class. It's not just the more able. They're learning a variety of skills that they'll need in the future, particularly collaborative learning, and I think that's the important part, and it's to build that in future projects.
Well, we started off asking the children what they wanted to learn about Llantrisant Major. They created questionnaires to go and ask the community about their views on Llantrisant Major, and we particularly want to link it with the art, and the topic we had was Urban Pioneers, which is about graffiti and street art and how that can affect the perception on a place and how they perceived it, and would it be welcomed in Llantrisant Major, really.
For our project, we've been learning about Llantrisant Major and our community. We've been doing some sketches, writing poems about the town hall and Llantrisant Major, and some graffiti. We've been doing art sketches and dances to do with the community and graffiti.
We've been doing some sciencey things. We've been taking pictures of the town.
Today there's going to be a show and see in the hall with our parents coming in to see all our work.
So we've come here this afternoon to see Emily's work, all the things that she's been doing in the term and all the work that she's done. So we've come together to enjoy seeing what she's put together.
Parents have been invited to the school this afternoon so that we could see the learning that has been happening in the school regarding this term, to see some of our children's work and have a chance to do some activities with them, which has been really good.
My favourite part of the project has been doing the Fresh Prince dancing and the graffiti. One of our new skills is talking about Llantrisant in Welsh.
Yeah, it has had a big impact, particularly on the children's oratory skills and the way they are more confident in talking about their learning and the fact that they are understanding that learning is happening, really. So it's the impact is the children being aware, really, the awareness of the learning.
Essentially, we were looking at ways of developing creativity in the curriculum. It's obviously very pupil-led, so we handed over the gauntlet to them and asked them to come up with some idea of expressing their interest in the community and showing a way of presenting that to other children and other schools.
We all got split up into little groups and given these big pieces of card, and then we all had to choose one location in Brynnau, and we had to research and take pictures and make a documentary of it.
All we're doing is we're just writing out our scripts for the creative project we're doing. Ours is about the Brynnau community field. We're going to be acting out when the Brynnau team won.
So we're at the planning stages at the moment, doing a little bit of research, sending the children off on independent work just to find out the things about these important locations. This has involved going on the internet and researching facts, but also asking their friends and relatives stories and trying to make real connections within the community and bringing that information together using the medium of digital technology.
It's helped me with research, writing and teamwork.
Well, I think that the impact made is we've been able to track that quite quickly. Obviously the children being able to work collaboratively, express themselves within the group and make those creative decisions, whether it be in with the research, the photographs, or collecting video evidence or video content.
It's helped me with my being more confident on camera and just
It's helped me read and write. It's just helped me finding, collecting information from different things. It's just helped me a lot.
The Donaldson project helped bring SIG 24 together, and we wanted to focus on the creative element of the Donaldson project, which brings together the fun aspects of the curriculum and the community aspect we felt that we needed to develop as a community, and the children have really enjoyed learning about the community.
Well, we've been doing a big project about what Nantymoel was like in past and present, and we've been learning about the mines and what makes Nantymoel special in Wales.
The children are really enthusiastic about acting. We're very fortunate to have a superstars lady who comes in once a week and focuses on drama and music activities, and we wanted to really home in on that. And it's been quite nice that the children who shy away normally from doing the oracy aspects, the confidence has really grown from doing the activities in the project.
We've been filming in front of a green screen where, as in if you were in the shop, we'd have a shop background so it would look like they were actually in the shop. And if you were in the school, it would look like you were in the school.
I enjoyed the most being part of the tech team and learning how to edit and film the documentary.
The impact that the project has had on the children has been fantastic. Found that their confidence levels has grown throughout the project. The children who shy away normally from doing oracy activities have actually stepped up, and those who are normally really outgoing who want to take part in the project have actually let the others, which is quite nice, that they've actually let them take that step forward, and those children have taken a step back.
I only moved to Nantymoel back in the summer holidays last year, so I didn't really know what the history of the place or the type of people that lived here. So it's kind of helped me to learn more how to work with new people that I don't really know that well.
We've been working together and the buzz in the classroom has been, well, phenomenal. So it's certainly something that I'd be interested in moving forward, spreading this to other classes. And this is, as you say, very early days, it's just at the beginning.
So the idea for the project came about really from speaking to the children. We asked them about their local community and we sought out ideas from them.
We've been discussing with Miss what we're capable of doing, and then we deciding on stuff by ourselves instead of like the teachers telling us all the time.
They went into small groups according to their interests and talents, and they decided what they would like to find out about. They found lots of interesting facts about my SIG and Cwmfelin, such as the national anthem was performed here for the first time.
We're doing like things that we enjoy, like dance and drama and singing, and we're going places to film videos and take pictures.
I'm in the photography group and I really like taking photos of stuff, just to like see if they focus, and it's really nice. And we're trying to make an iMovie of everything we've done. We've been everywhere in my SIG and we've taken photos of loads of things like our town hall, our church, our park, and we're trying to add them into an iMovie now.
We very much focused on the creative aspect of the project and the fact it was quite diverse. Some of the groups were very interested in dance and they have performed in national competitions.
Our dance is to show a story to this song, and it's about the Maid of Kevin advert.
And they've used technology such as iMovies and telegamis to bring their project to life. The biggest impact for us has been the excitement and the enthusiasm of the pupils as they've gone through the project.
We've learned to be like more interactive and like have fun and do like loads of things that you enjoy doing and be active.
Because they've been very much involved from the beginning, they've done all the planning, all the research, they've told us what they wanted to do and we've tried to facilitate that. So the participation of all the pupils has been immense. They've all really taken an active role. They've really enjoyed going off and doing their own little projects, but also because it's quite creative, it's a slightly different way of looking at the curriculum. They've been able to express their talents and skills that maybe they don't usually show.
Yeah,
the project started, I introduced the idea of community to the class. They were very keen to think that the school was at the heart of it, but then one of the pupils came out with the quote that the church is at the heart of our community.
Our project is about our community. Ava's uncle had a drone and he flied across all of our community. And also for our community project, we've made crosses and we have made a stained glass window.
We made little stained glass windows, and we had some that are just little, and then we had one like huge one that was a team effort, and I loved it because it was a team effort.
They went to the village to interview some people and popped into the Happy Embroidery Company where they saw some machines in action, and that then sparked the idea that they'd like to do a dance.
We went to the Happy Embroidery Company and we saw some of the robots, so we thought about doing our dance about the community.
They are a class that absolutely loves singing. Nearly everyone is in the school choir, and they decided that they wanted to make an arrangement of a pop song. So they decided that they wanted to change the words to incorporate all the things that they've talked about as part of the community.
The thing that I've enjoyed most was the community role, because we get to express ourselves with our singing.
I can see huge benefits with, as some of the pupils have said, with their writing, with their reading, because of the research that they've done.
The project has helped me learn with my reading and my writing.
I think I enjoyed most about our dance because we really took part in it and gave it all our best. So I think that turned out really well.
The discussion skills have been fantastic. We've had brilliant discussions about all aspects of the community, and they've all got something valid. They've worked in groups, they've worked in pairs, and they've really enjoyed that aspect, and particularly in presenting to each other. They're all desperate to be up there and presented and to be filmed presenting to their peers.
So we've decided to look at the history of Llantrisant based on the Battle of Croesty in 1346.
Our project this term is Celts Castle and Croesty, which is all about our community.
The children were involved deeply in taking photos of the community, and we've used those as inspiration for our art project. So the idea is to make a quilt documenting the history of Llantrisant from 1346 right up to the current day.
The creative project is like we made a tapestry and we're making different pictures, but we're making them out of different materials and sewing them together and things.
Also, we've been working closely with the Expressive Arts Group with Louise Prosser. She's been working on the Dance of the Children, which they have come up with themselves. So what happens is, as we've been learning and researching the project, they have then been interpreting that in their own way into the expressive dance.
We've done dance. It's been, we've developed different shapes we never knew we could do with our body and tightened our core and things like that, which has been great. And also, we've been doing lots on animation, which is a lot of fun.
We've been creating an animation of the Battle of Croesty. So the children have been painting backgrounds ready for the animation, and they've been writing a film narrative to go alongside it. So we're in the process of that at the moment.
The project has helped me learn, and my imagination is getting bigger and bigger every time we do it.
I think I've developed my writing, sewing, painting, art, math, animation and research skills.
It's helped me learn by just giving me so much information I never knew on my town. And then that could lead to more facts, which will lead to more, and then my brain will just expand and expand.
I think the impact that's had on the children is the fact that they've worked as a team, listening carefully to other people from the outside as well, note-taking, questioning skills, and just generally really enjoying themselves. So it's been a really good project.
We've been a member of SIG 24 since the group was started. We've been involved in a number of projects with them. One of our member schools came forward with an idea of an arts project linking us all up together, and I think it's a really quite a nice thing to do. There's been a lot of drive on literacy and numeracy, and the arts have been put to one side a little bit. So this is a way of developing those skills, literacy and numeracy skills, alongside other skills through arts, through painting, through singing, through drama, through drawing, you name it, and children love it.
We usually do a project on pen coed, but it's more about map work and writing. So this has been brilliant because the children have been much more engaged, much more motivated. It's been a lot more fun. I went to the children first and asked them what they wanted to do.
We have been doing a project on pen coed and we've made up a song and dance.
We've been learning about the history of pen coed. What's different about pen coed now? We've been asking them, and we've been doing art with Mr. K.
We also had a visit from the mayor, the local mayor, and a local historian, because the children seemed to enjoy going into the aspect of pen coed in the past, and they were able to explain to us a little more about the Victorian times when the factories and the mines were there.
I think it's going to be a really good project because the children can connect their learning through this project. They're finding a little bit about pen coed, what it was like in the past, what it's like now, and how pen coed's going to change in the future. It's somewhere where they live, and they'll have an impact on pen coed's future. And they can see, you know, through the painting, through the arts work that they've done, through looking at photographs, through the history that they've looked into, they're combining all these different skills to get to know about where they live.
Children as staff have really recognised the importance and the potential in developing expressive arts across the curriculum and how that can really have an impact on raising standards and high levels of engagement. Above all, it's been a fantastic opportunity for schools to share good practice with each other and learn from each other.